Good morning, everybody. Let's roll out of bed and do some yoga together. I am still in my pajamas. You don't need fancy yoga pants. Beginning in this cross-leg position. And just making sure we're stacking shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, chin is parallel to the chest. And bring the hands around behind the body. Interlace the fingers, pulling the hands down toward the bed, the mat, wherever you are. And just taking a moment to check in with your breath. As you inhale, lift the hands up and away from the body, stretching across the front of the shoulders. The exhalation, bring the hands over to the right side body, deepening the stretch in the left shoulder. As you exhale, release the hands back behind. Inhale to lift. And exhale, bring the hands over to the left side body, stretching across the front of the right shoulder. And making sure that we're checking in with the breath, making sure everything's still flowing, still moving pretty easy. And exhale to release, hands come behind. Now, we're going to do that one more time to each side. Maybe this time moving a little bit further. This time lifting the chin as you lift the hands. And exhale, bring the hands to the right side body. Feeling that stretch here. Exhale to release. Inhale to lift. Last time, lift the chin. Exhale, hands come to the left side, stretching the right shoulder. And exhale to release. All right, one more time. Inhale, lift, and bring it to the left. We'll just testing out the range of motion. Inhale, lift. Exhale, now to the left. That was my right, excuse me. Directions are hard sometimes. Bring the hands back around and place the hands on the knees. All right, so using the knees as leverage, your next inhalation, we're going to lift through the chest, arching the back, rounding, getting that nice C curve to the spine, lifting the chin up toward the ceiling. As you exhale, round through the spine, come back onto the tailbone, pull the shoulder blades apart, and your chin moves toward your chest. Inhale, lifting. Your exhale rounds. Inhale to lift. And exhale to round through the spine. At the bottom of the exhalation, return the spine to a neutral position. Go ahead, roll everything out. Now stretching in the neck, making sure sits bones, hips, shoulders, ears. All right, we're all in one line. Hands are rested down in the lap. As you exhale, the only thing that is going to move is the chin toward the chest. Now, depending on how tight we are, that stretch, you'll feel it down the back of your neck and maybe even between the shoulder blades if we might have slept a little funky. Should feel pretty good. If not, back out. As you exhale, roll the right ear toward the right shoulder, feeling that stretch in the left side of the neck. Making sure that everything is still stacked. Exhale, chin to chest. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder, feeling that on the right side of the neck this time. We'll exhale, chin comes down to the chest. Straighten everything back up. This time, as an option, we can interlace the fingers and place the hands on the back of the head. So we're not going to pull or crane or anything like that. The hands are resting like a weight to get a deeper stretch. Again, if that doesn't feel good, don't do it. Just do it the way we did it the first time. No weight. And then we'll release the hands. Right ear comes to the right shoulder on an exhalation. Now you can take the right hand and bring it up to the left temple. Again, just placing the hand here for a little bit of weight. Could be pretty intense, depends on how tight you are. Release, exhale, chin to chest. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Left hand comes up onto the right temple. And breathing. Release the hands, exhale, chin to chest, and then inhale to bring the head up parallel. So now we should be starting to feel a little bit more open. Swing the legs out in front, pointing the toes up toward the ceiling. And just gentle hamstring work here, bringing the hands to the top of the legs. Maybe the knees are a little bit bent. My pants are baggy so you can't see. My legs are not flat and smushed to the mat. Hands on the legs, shoulders are back. As you exhale, we'll just take a nice slow stroll with the hands up to the feet. See how that feels. I can feel it in my low back. Muscles are tight. I can feel in my glutes and the hamstrings. And then if I extend the heels a little bit to lengthen through the legs, I can feel that in the calves too. Exhale, maybe the hands walk a little bit further, but remember to keep the back flat. Just provides a better stretch. One more time. Inhale and exhale. See if we can get the hands to move just a little bit further down. It doesn't matter if your hands are on your thighs, on your knees, in the next town over. Wherever you are is exactly where you need to be. And then when we've had enough of that, as you inhale, walking the hands back up the legs. We'll swing the legs over to one side to come onto the hands and knees. Bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. As you inhale, dropping the belly down toward the mat. Chin tracks up toward the ceiling. Tailbone is pointing up. Your exhalation, we're going to round everything under. Tuck the tailbone, press down through the hands, kind of like an angry cat thing here, you know. Tuck the chin. And then inhale and open the body. Exhale to close. Inhale. And exhale, just making sure we're moving with the breath. We'll bring the spine back to a neutral position. Right foot is going to come between the hands. Walk the hands a little bit forward. We'll get into the left hip flexor here. Kind of assess how that feels, see what's going on in there, because this might be plenty of a stretch for you this morning, and that is quite all right, especially now that it's cold outside. Everything's going to be a little bit tighter, but maybe you want to walk your hands up the right knee, sinking a little bit deeper into that left hip flexor. We're just going to start getting the body moving a little bit warmer now, opening up the hips. We're going to take the left hand to the right knee. Right hand is going to come to the sacral spine. and peeking over the right side of your bed, your mat, wherever you are. You can take it a little bit further by reaching down for your leg, making sure that the chest is lifted and open. We'll inhale all the way back to center. Hands come down to your mat and bringing the hips back toward your left heel. Extend through the right leg. Leaning over the right leg. You'll feel that in that hamstring still. Pretty intense for me. Good. And coming back up, sinking into the hip, maybe lifting. We'll go through a couple little flows like that. Option to lift your hands. We'll bring them down and go back into our runner's lunge. Inhale to come forward and up. Last time, exhale, back. And we'll come forward, plant the hands, and bring the right leg back behind. We'll sway the hips from side to side, see how that feels. Maybe the right side feels a little bit more open than the left. And go ahead, sway the hips over to the right and then back toward the right heel. And then come back up, come over to the left and back up. And we'll repeat that from side to side. Inhale to come up, exhale to go back. And then when we come back to center, we'll bring the left foot between the hands. And again, maybe this is enough of a stretch for you in that right hip flexor. Or maybe we want to walk the hands up a little bit. And then assess how each part of the body feels. The right side and the left side, they're going to feel different from each other, and that's okay. So again, we're going to take the right hand to the left knee, left hand to the sacral spine. Twist, lifting up through the chest. Maybe the left hand comes back to the right leg. If that's difficult or there's straining or any grunting involved, come back up here. That's okay. And we'll come back to center. Hands come down, shift the hips back to the right foot, lengthening through the left leg this time. Oof. And inhale forward. Maybe we come up. We'll come down, exhale back. Inhale forward and up. Exhale down and back. Inhale forward and up. And bring the hands down to the mat, planting them on the mat and bringing the left leg back behind. Shift the hips back to the heels, elongate through the arms. Bring the forehead down to your bed or to your mat, wherever you may be. Breathing here for a moment. Opening up the side waist, taking both hands and walking them over to the right side of your mat. Inhale, walk the hands back to center, and then coming over to the left side, and then feeling the stretch in the opposite side of your waist. So my hands are to the left, which means the right side waist is stretching. And we'll bring the hands back to center and breathe. And walk the hands back toward the knees, bringing the torso upright, swinging the legs over to one side, coming back into a seated position. Crossing the legs, a little bit more twisting and stretching. Inhale the hands all the way up. As you exhale, bring the left hand to the right knee and the right hand comes behind. Just peek over at the right shoulder. And inhale, everything comes back to center. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind, peeking over the left shoulder. You can use your knee as leverage to twist a little bit further if that feels good. If not, don't do it. Inhale, back to center. We'll go one more time on each side. Exhale and open to the right. If you're anything like me, your body sounds like popcorn when you wake up in the morning. It's like I'm my own little personal chiropractor. Inhale to center. Last time, exhale, open to the left. And then come back to center. As you exhale, we're going to bring the left hand down to the mat, and the right hand is going to arch over the head, palm faces the ground, or the bed, the mat, wherever you are. Yoga outside would be really nice right now, but it's like 20 degrees. All right, pressing into the left hand, grounding through the right sit bone, and lifting the right ribs up toward the ceiling for a nice stretch in the right side waist. You can gaze down at the mat or up at the ceiling. Inhale all the way up. Right hand comes down. As you exhale, left arm arches over. Feel the difference. Press into the right hand and press into the left hip. Lifting the left ribs. And come all the way back up. We'll exhale, hands come down along the body. So bring the feet to the bed. I'm just going to keep saying it. The bed, the mat, wherever you are. And we're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow, really using the core muscles. Inhale both knees into the chest, give them a good squeeze, so much so that maybe you're lifting that sacral spine up off of your bed. As you inhale, lengthen both legs up toward the ceiling, flex through the feet, press the toes up toward the ceiling. Oh my goodness, can you feel that? Oh yeah, that feels good. If you have a yoga strap, if you don't, you can use like a kitchen towel to swing over your feet and hold them up. Makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to do that though. Press through the heels. Stretch it out. We're shaking. Okay, bend the knees. Bring them back into the chest. Now, left hand is going to come to the outside of the right knee, and very gently on an exhalation, leading the knees over to the left side of the body. Nice twist for the spine. We do so much twisting throughout the day, whether when we're picking things up, playing with the kids, playing with your dogs, doing certain, kinds of work or whatever, but we're always twisting. So we have to keep that mobility in the spine. Lift the knees back to center. Right hand to the outside of the left leg. Very gently exhale. Knees come to the right side. It's important to keep that spinal rotation and flexibility for your everyday. We'll inhale all the way back to center. We'll bring the soles of the feet to the floor. And then very gently rocking the knees from one side, lift, rock them to the other side, and lift, back and forth, like the windshield wipers on your car. The ones that go in the same direction, not the ones that go in the opposite direction. It's a good release on the low back. All right. One more time, we'll squeeze the knees, pick them up, wrap the arms around them, and squeeze. Right peace fingers take the right big toe, left peace fingers take the left big toe. And we'll guide the knees down toward the mat. Happy baby. You can rock from side to side if that feels good on your spine. You don't have to though. We'll bring it all together and rock and roll all the way back up. All right, so there you have it, a gentle routine that you can do before you even get out of bed in the morning. Let me know what you think. I'm so glad you came, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.